JHM? Okay, I'm going to have everyone become a sandwich since we're a little sparse today. So everyone get up, and we're all going to squeeze in and be the middle. So if you're standing on the side, get up, scoot, become friends, make buddies, meet new people. Yeah, over here. Everyone get up. We're all moving to the middle. Come on, move. I'm not serious. I am serious. Move. Come on, move. It's okay. You can make a new indent in this new chair over here. And if not, you can just squeeze together. Okay, I'll wait for everyone to get settled. Okay, we still have some spots. So just scoot, and then everyone that can't fit, you can just stay there. Okay, so we can start sitting down. Okay, great. If leaders, you could help everyone sit, thank you. Okay, so how are y'all doing today? Can I get a high, lows? Yes? Okay, awesome, great. Okay, so I have a question for you. Have you ever been asked, I can wait. Okay, thank you. Have you ever been asked to do something you felt unprepared for? I'm going to give you some examples. You can raise your hand or, say hey. Maybe it's preparing for a school project. Okay, some of us. Maybe it's asking your crush out on a date. Okay, no responses there. Hey, you never know. Some people are bold. Or maybe it's going to a new school. So something that I have felt unprepared for is when I'm asked to play dodgeball. So I'm going to have, maybe 2 girls and 2 boys. If I could get some volunteers. Okay, you. Yeah. Okay, we're going to play a very quick game of dodgeball. Okay, you guys can stand over there. So it'll be all of you against me. So we'll see how this goes. Yes. Oh dear. This is... Okay. Okay, here you go. Okay, there. Okay. Are you guys very experienced dodgeball players, or what am I? Okay, so I'm gonna move this, and I guess I'll just go in between you. Okay, on the count of 3, you're gonna just throw the ball at me, and we'll do like 1 round. Okay. Yep. Okay. Ready? Set. Actually, you guys go on this side. Everyone on this side. I'll go on this side. So that's better. That's how dodgeball works. Okay. Okay. Is everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my. Okay. Okay. Well, we can play again. That was a good practice round. Thank you for not hitting my face. I appreciate that. Okay. Here we go again. I'm gonna try it again. Gotta loosen up. That was just a practice round. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, okay. Okay, good job. You guys can sit down. Thank you. If you could pass the dodgeballs up here. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so just like dodgeball, today we're going to be comparing, thank you, the similarities between dodgeball and the life of Jeremiah. So we are going to be comparing how dodgeball and Jeremiah have similarities. So just bookmark that in your mind for right now. So I'm going to kind of give you some context on who this guy Jeremiah was. His name was Jeremiah, and he grew up in a very long line of priests. Does anyone know what a priest does? Kind of, yes. Yeah, but in this time, they preach. Their job was to offer sacrifices for sin, because it was before Jesus came, so at that time they had to bring lambs that were clean, blameless, spotless to the temple, and they would sacrifice them for your sin. And they also taught the law, which is the Bible. So, does anyone know what the word prophet means? Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, yes. in very simple terms, a prophet is someone that's a messenger from God. So basically, Jeremiah grew up in this very long lineage of priests. And, his grandpa was a priest, his grandpapa was a priest. I don't know how many grandpas you have to be priests, but he had a lineage of priesthood in his family. So he was like, oh, I'm going to become a priest because that's what my parents and my grandfathers have done. But the Lord said, you're not going to become a priest, you're going to become a prophet, which is going to be a messenger of God. So we're going to read Jeremiah 4 through 5, and if I could have a volunteer that would like to read for us. I'm going to go for you. Okay, so you're just going to read. Oh, thank you. Okay, here you go. You'll read 4 through 5.
Now the word of the Lord came to me, saying, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, and before you were born, I consecrated you. I appointed you a prophet to the nations.
Thank you. Okay. Very good job. Okay, so, put this back. Okay, so just like Jeremiah, we also have a plan and a purpose for our lives that God is going to direct. And Jeremiah was chosen to be a prophet by God. So our point number 1, it'll show up on the screen here, is that you are chosen. God says you are chosen. So if you have notes, jot that down. You can either write, God says I am chosen, or write it how I put it. And then I'm going to read Jeremiah 1. So that's where we're going to stay today. So if anyone brought their physical Bibles, or if you have a glass Bible, aka the phone, you can scroll or swipe to Jeremiah chapter 1. We're going to be staying there for the duration of today. So I'm going to read 6 through 8, verses 6 through 8. So once you get there, let me know. I will wait. So when you're at Jeremiah 1, give me a thumbs up. Okay, great. Okay, so Jeremiah chapter 1, 6 through 8. It says, then I said, Lord, behold, I do not know how to speak, for I am only a youth. But the Lord said to me, do not say, I am only a youth, for to all whom I send you shall go, and whatever I command you, you shall speak. Do not be afraid of them, for I am with you, I am with you to deliver you, declares the Lord. And so we're going to go verse by verse and break this down, so just stay with me. So verse 6, Jeremiah says the word youth, which when I think of the word youth, I think of young. And I think of someone that's in elementary school, so 5th all the way down. But it's interesting, in the Hebrew language in that time, it was not only referring to someone that was elementary age, but someone that was as old as 20. I'm 23, so I guess I'm not a youth anymore, but I think I'm still young. And at this time, Jeremiah was believed to be around the age of 17 or 20, so he's still in this category. And so in verse 7, it says, do not say I am only a youth. That's unimportant to God. God's like, cool, great, you're young, but I don't really care. In all respects, he was saying, if I'm going to call you to something, I want you to listen and I want you to obey my call. And he was calling him out of becoming a priest, and he wanted him to become a prophet. And in verse 8, it says that the Lord will be with us. And even though Jeremiah gave 2 excuses, he said, 1, Lord, I'm young, and 2 is I don't know how to speak. Has anyone else ever, I don't know about you, but does anyone like to come up here and speak? Does anyone have a fear of speaking, public speaking? Okay, I'm also out with you. I don't have the greatest public speaking sometimes. I've grown into it, but man, it's hard. So I understand Jeremiah. And it's something that the Lord has had to grow in me as well. But he said that the Lord was with him, and so that was more remarkable, which that's a big word, but it just means it was more important to God that he obeyed him rather than the 2 excuses that he gave him, that he was young and that he couldn't speak. It's just another fun fact, is that in Jewish society at this time, if you were old, if you had gray hair or a beard, you were automatically looked at as wise, even if you maybe were not wise. And so I feel like it's really interesting. The Lord always likes to kind of give us an uno reverse card in everything that he does, because he always wants it to make it very evident to us that whatever he's doing in that person's life is only through him that it's possible. So at this time, if he called Jeremiah to do something, people were not going to look at him as wise because he was young. But the Lord is going to call men and women, boys and girls from all ages into faith and to step out in obedience to him. So our point number 2, if you're taking notes, write it down, is that God cares more about your obedience than your ability. I'm going to say that again if you maybe missed it. God cares more about your obedience than your ability. Okay, so now I have a very fun story. So this summer, I had the really cool opportunity to go to Kenya in Africa. And I got to go with one of our very own students. Her name is Ella. She's right there. And we'll show photos. There we are. Okay, beautiful. So for 2 weeks, we had the opportunity to go and serve this population that was in the middle of the nowhere. And we got to put on a VBS, a vacation Bible school for them. And what that does is we teach them about God and the Word, and we just get to show them that someone across somewhere that doesn't live here is coming all the way to tell you about how God loves you. And so we both were on the worship team. It was really cool to get to serve with her. She was the only middle schooler that was with us, and I was very shocked. So shout out to her. But what's really cool is, yes, we can clap. Yeah. What was really cool is everyone else was anywhere from high school all the way to like 70 years old. And so I wanted to talk to Ella. I wanted to be like, hey, like, what made you want to come on this? Like, how did you get started in serving? Like, what does your story look like? And she talked to me, and she was like, yeah, like, I've been serving here at the church with kids since I was in 3rd grade. And, you know, I've been praying about it. Like, I thought mission trips were cool, but, like, my mom told me about it, and I was like, that's really scary. Like, I've never traveled away from the country. Like, that's a really big step. Thanks, but no thank you. And then, you know, she prayed about it a little bit more, and she's like, maybe I should do this. You know, maybe I should step outside my comfort zone and do something that I've never done before. And she said something that I really thought was cool that would stick with you, too. She said, I wasn't there to make friends, but I was there to serve. And you might be sitting here today in your seat, and you're like, I'm just here at JHM because I want to be with my friends. I want to hang out with my friends. I don't come really to, you know, hear the message. That's kind of like boring. I just come here to hang out with my friends. And that's okay. It's a good place to start, to make friends. Totally valid. But you have to mature in your faith, and eventually you have to come to this place where, hey, I used to be there. I used to just come here to hang out with my friends, to do whatever. But now I want to serve. I want to give back. And so that's where Ella came. And she was like, hey, I used to be here. I kind of grew up in the church. I did this. But now I want to go serve. I want to step outside my comfort zone. And so today, you know, maybe you're here and you're like, okay, that's cool. But like, how do I do that? We have a lot of cool ministries. We have junior high ministry. You can serve here. We have cameras back there. I see you guys. Yeah. We have elementary, if you feel like that. If you're not about that, we also have like a creative team. You could join our creative team for JHM if you're like really into TikToks. We always are looking for people that feel equipped. But I would just encourage you, pray about it first. Before you do anything, seek the Lord in it. And so that leads us to, we're going to read through Jeremiah 1, or chapter 1, 9 through 10. If someone else could read that, that would be great. Okay, here we go. And 9 through 10.
Then the Lord put out his hand and touched my mouth. And the Lord said to me, behold, I have put my words in your mouth. See, I have sent you this day over nations and over kingdoms, to pluck up and to break down, to destroy and to overthrow, to build and to plant.
Thank you. Okay, yeah, we can give her a round of applause. Good job. Sometimes hard to read. Okay, so this verse is talking about how Jeremiah was an unlikely candidate. His resume did not pass the vibe test. But God knew that Jeremiah had both the personality and the character to fulfill what he was going to call him to be, which was to be a prophet. And it's really cool. I did some more research on this because I was slightly confused. But it says in verse 10, see, I have set you that this day over nations and over kingdoms. And it's really interesting. In a commentary I was reading, it was talking about how the Lord called him to be a prophet, but he didn't fulfill what was going to be in his life for another 10 years. So the Lord might be calling you to something. And when I say the word call, I mean you pray about it and you feel, hey, I feel this nudging in my heart to do that. So that's what it means to be called. I know we use that, but I just want to kind of break down the Christianese phrasing of what it means to be called. So it just means that you prayed about something and you feel the Lord is directing you to that. And it doesn't have to be like a big voice. It just feels like you feel peaceful. And so it's really cool because he was called to this, but he didn't actually do this ministry until another 10 years, and then he did it for 40 years. So it might just be something that the Lord, you're thinking about it, but you haven't done it yet. And so that brings us to our final and last point, which says, God doesn't look at your age, but he looks at your attitude. And that kind of reminds me of my friend Ella. She thought she was young and she thought she would be ill-equipped, but the Lord was more concerned with her attitude than her age. Okay, so now I'm going to have my friend Mello come up. Yeah. And then can I get 4 more volunteers, 2 boys, 2 girls, to play dodgeball? You. And then, do you want to play? Yes? I already picked 2 guys, so I only need 1 more girl. Yeah. Here, we can do, we'll do 2 more guys. You.
Wait a second.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well. Okay. Here. Here. You're throwing it at us. Okay. Oh, please don't hit me in the face. Here. Okay, does anyone else? Where's our girls? Wait, we need 2 more girls. Okay, both of you, here. Oh, that's a... Okay, everyone have a ball? Okay, Mello. Okay, are you ready? Okay, how many are we against? I think we can do this. Wait, what are you doing? Why are you standing back there?
Why are you so close?
Oh, okay. Back it up. Wait, hold on. No. The podium is the line, so don't cross it. Okay, ready? On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh. Actually, that wasn't that bad. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I think we're good. Wow. Okay, you guys can have a seat. Thank you. Brava. Thank you, Mello, for being my willing participant. Okay. If you're with me, clap once. Thank you. If you're with me, clap twice. Thank you. Okay. So, I'm kind of out of breath. Hold on. I need water. 1 moment. Okay, that was kind of exhausting. It's kind of hard to dodge all of that that's coming my way. Okay, so remember in the beginning, I was going to tell you how dodgeball and the life of Jeremiah had similarities. Can we all say yes? I didn't hear that. I'm sorry. What did I say? Yes! There we go. Okay, so dodgeball and the life of Jeremiah have similarities because just like God called Jeremiah, who didn't feel prepared to be a prophet, he was not alone. God was with him every step of the way. He protected him, he guided him, and he was with him through it all, even though he later in his ministry would face persecution and a lot of torment from other people. And so just like I was up here with Mello and I got hit, I felt comfortable because I knew Mello was right there. I knew he had my back, and that's similar with God. He doesn't just, he won't always shield you from stuff. You know why? Because sometimes we need to go stuff with him in order for him to take us out of it, because then we appreciate our friend that was next to me. I appreciate Mello because I know that he was with me and he was going to try to protect me. And so the similarity is that even though I feel I feel unequipped a lot of the times to play dodgeball. The Lord will always provide for me in that, and he's going to always protect and guide me through whatever I'm going to do. And so just one practical takeaway that I want you guys to do this week, because I don't want you to just get up and leave and go cool beans. I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to ponder on it. So if you're writing notes, write it down. The question is, how can you go outside of your comfort zone this week and serve someone? Okay, so just think about that. Okay, so we're to our end. We've wrapped it up. So our bottom line today is you are chosen by God to serve others. So I leave you with this, and I hope that you pray about serving and that you'll talk about more of this in your life group. Thank you.
Sorry, guys, that was so good. I just didn't even know what to do. But JHM, you guys are all dismissed to life group. We love you so much, and have a great week, and we'll see you guys next time.